If you're curious about the Fairmount neighborhood or the art museum area section of Philadelphia, this video is for you. Fairmount has a lot to offer, from the amazing views to the massive amounts of open and green space. It's home to the famous Philly Art Museum with the rocky steps and all. The vibe is fairly unique compared to many other Philly neighborhoods, so sit back, relax, and enjoy the tour. Hey everyone, this is Chris Fuhrman and this is my channel, Living in Center City, Philadelphia. Welcome, and if you're a returning viewer, welcome back. And if this is your first time to the channel and you want to learn more about what it's like to live and enjoy Center City, Philadelphia, make sure to tap that subscribe button below, click the notification bell right next to it so you're notified each and every time we put out a brand new video. And we actually get a lot of folks that are reaching out to us looking to relocate to the Center City, Philly area, and we love helping them out on their journey. So if you have any questions about the neighborhoods, particular condo buildings, anything even down to the street level, don't hesitate to reach out. We would love to help you out. Just send us an email. All of our contact info is on the screen. All right, let's dive in. Today we're talking about the Fairmount neighborhood, but we're also lumping together the art museum area, as these two typically go together. The art museum area is not necessarily a traditional neighborhood. I think of it more as a micro neighborhood within the Fairmount area, with really a loose definition of the actual boundaries of the art museum area. Fairmount is located between Spring Garden Street and Girard Ave, and between Broad Street and the Schuylkill River. Now, some would say that Fairmount doesn't actually start until Fairmount Ave, which is just north of Spring Garden, but for this video, we're going to start at Spring Garden. Now, based on a strict definition of Center City, Fairmount is technically just outside of Center City, just north of it. However, many residents of the area and many people that talk about this area would still consider it in Center City. So what is Fairmount like? Well, it depends on what part of the neighborhood you're in, just like every other neighborhood. If you're closer to the art museum area, it will be a very different vibe. The art museum section is where the Philadelphia Museum of the Art is, with the rocky steps, the rocky statues, and all of that. Parts of the area will naturally be attracting more tourism, like again around the rocky steps. However, many parts of this area will also have the best views of the Philly skyline. They're really incredible. However, much of Fairmount is actually very laid back, and I believe the word quaint is a fitting description of much of the area. Fairmount has a small town feel, especially if you are close to Fairmount Ave. Walking down parts of Fairmount Ave is kind of like walking down a small town in a suburb. Many people, especially families, like this vibe. There's going to be many restaurants, coffee shops, and bars along Fairmount Ave. The beauty of Fairmount is that you have all of this in your backyard, yet you're still only minutes away from other downtown and central areas of the city. This area has a 95 out of 100 walkability score. And as you walk down Fairmount Ave, you'll see the historic Eastern State Penitentiary, once home to Al Capone and other notorious outlaws of the 20th century. It's a pretty cool attraction for historians, crime fanatics, and families alike. They've got guided tours day and night. And this is a great attraction that gives insight into what the Fairmount area and the Center City area have to offer in terms of entertainment and uniqueness. So, who would want to consider living in the Fairmount neighborhood? Well, I think there's a couple categories of people, and the first is those who want to be in a major city but don't necessarily want to be in the heart of a major city. You may be able to afford a higher priced area, like let's say living in Rittenhouse Square, for example, but you may not want to be in the hustle and bustle of it all. You may not want to see tall buildings everywhere you turn. Now, Rittenhouse is great, and many people consider it the best neighborhood in Center City, but it's not for everyone. You may want to be able to take a bus or Uber to Rittenhouse, but you might want to be able to come back and retreat back to your own area that's a little bit removed from the downtown nightlife. So if you're looking for that kind of vibe, this is a great part of the city, and potentially Fairmount is a great fit for you. The next category of people would be people that are looking for a small town, a quaint living experience, but still need to be close to the city for work or for other things. Many folks relocate to the city because they want more excitement and they want the allure that Center City has to offer. And if that's you, you probably want to live closer to the art museum section of this area that we're talking about, if you're looking at the Fairmount neighborhood in particular. However, if you want a small town vibe, Fairmount could be a great neighborhood for you, and I would recommend somewhere probably close to the Fairmount Ave, that street in particular we talked about earlier, if this is what you're looking for. You could easily take a walk on the town, enjoy a date night at a great restaurant, enjoy sipping your latte at a local coffee shop. It's really a nice experience. And the next group of folks that will probably really enjoy this area is if you're an art lover. I suppose it's obvious, but if you love art, you'll love this area and may naturally want to gravitate towards living closer to the art museum area that we talked about, close to the Rodin Museum, the Barnes Foundation, Philadelphia Museum of the Art, and things like that. The next group of people that would really enjoy this area, I think, are families. Many families love this area for both the reasons we just talked about, but also this area has a number of parks and open spaces for your kids to play. You've also got the massive open and green spaces near the museum area for strolling the kids around or taking a bike ride, enjoying the weather. Nice spring or summer days, it's really beautiful down here. And you can also quickly get to Kelly Drive up by the Boathouse Row area. That's pretty famous. If you haven't heard about it, definitely recommend coming down and taking a look. But there's a great trail that you can ride your bike, walk, or just enjoy the time out there with the kids. And of course, if you don't have kids, you'll still love all of what I just described, but of course, families like this open and green space in the area. Fairmount is also convenient to so many grocery stores in the area, and of course, families are going to love that. A few blocks just south of Fairmount, you've got Whole Foods and you've got Target, and in Fairmount, you've got the Giant grocery store, and you also have an Aldi just to the north of Fairmount. Fairmount is also more affordable. Now, if you found this video helpful, it would mean the world to me if you wouldn't mind going below and clicking that like button so that YouTube knows I'm putting out some helpful content. I would greatly appreciate that. And speaking of affordability, the next group of folks who may benefit from considering Fairmount are those looking for a more affordable option. The median home price in Fairmount in 2023 was somewhere around $430,000. Compare that to Rittenhouse of approximately $480,000. You've got a little bit of a higher area there, but at face value, that difference doesn't actually sound too big. However, the spread is much greater if you only look at townhomes. The median price of a townhome in Rittenhouse in 2023 was somewhere around $900,000, so just shy of $1 million. And you compare that to Fairmount of $535,000 approximately, you've got a pretty big spread. Now, real quick, before I show you some housing options, as much as I love making these videos, we love helping people relocate to the Center City Philly area even more. So if you're remotely considering moving here in the next few months or even the next few years, it's never too early to start getting actual information on what's going on here on the ground in Center City, Philly. So go ahead and shoot me an email, and then we'll keep you up to date about what's going on here. All of our contact info is below. Now let's talk about your housing options in Fairmount. When it comes to housing, you're gonna have condo living and row home living, really just like anywhere in Center City, but 2/3 of your options here are gonna be row homes. So there's just less condos in the area. As mentioned earlier, the median home price in the Fairmount neighborhood was somewhere around $430,000 in 2023. And if you're looking to move here and you're wondering what a budget would be, if you're looking for a 2-bedroom condo, let's say, you're gonna wanna budget somewhere between $350,000 to $550,000, with newer luxury or larger condos certainly being well above that. And if you're looking for a 3-bedroom townhome, you're gonna wanna budget somewhere between $500,000 to $1 million, and certainly over $1 million, depending on how big it is. All right, guys, that's it for our neighborhood tour today. If you wanna look at other neighborhoods in Philadelphia, click right here.